Have you ever pondered how a perfect being, Satan, transformed into the embodiment of evil in the Bible? It's a question that has intrigued scholars, theologians, and spiritual seekers alike for centuries. Let's begin at the very start, in the celestial realms of heaven, where Satan wasn't always the malevolent entity we know today. Initially, he was an angel, a being of light and goodness. His original state was one of virtue and purity. The Bible paints a picture of him as being extraordinarily beautiful, a dazzling spectacle of brilliance and radiance that was second to none. This angel wasn't just any ordinary angel, though. He held a high-ranking position, standing amongst the top tier of heaven's hierarchy. His wisdom was profound, his understanding vast, and his proximity to God closer than most. But as we know, this is not where his story ends. Therein lies the enigma. How did such a perfect being, so close to the divine, transform into a figure of darkness and evil? The transformation of Satan is not just about the change in character or status. It's about the journey, the process, the series of events that led to such a drastic shift. It's about the choices made and the consequences faced. The intrigue of this transformation lies not just in the what, but also in the how and the why. It's a narrative that takes us deep into the realms of free will, morality, ambition, and rebellion. It's about the dynamics of power and the struggle between obedience and defiance. This transformation is not just a personal journey for Satan. It's a cosmic event that has repercussions throughout the universe, affecting every single being in existence. It's a tale that moves us from the harmony of heaven to the chaos of hell, from the presence of the divine to the absence of it. So buckle up as we delve into this complex and intriguing narrative. The story of Satan's transformation is a fascinating journey, one that takes us from the heights of heaven to the depths of hell. The first significant event in Satan's transformation is his fall from grace. But what led to this drastic fall? Let's delve into the biblical narrative to unravel the reasons behind this momentous shift. At the heart of Satan's fall, we find three core attributes: pride, ambition, and a desire to be like God. These traits, while not inherently evil, become destructive when they are not tempered with humility and reverence. Pride, as depicted in the Bible, was Satan's first downfall. He was created as a beautiful and powerful angel, but he became enamored with his own beauty, wisdom, and power. His pride grew to such an extent that he began to view himself as equal to God. This, in itself, was a direct contradiction to the divine order, leading to his initial fall from grace. Coupled with pride was his insatiable ambition. Satan wasn't content with his status as a high-ranking angel. He yearned for more. He craved the ultimate power and authority that belonged solely to God. This ambition, unchecked and unbridled, spurred him to challenge God's sovereignty, leading to his rebellion. The desire to be like God was the final nail in the coffin. Satan didn't just want to possess the same power and authority as God. He wanted to be God. This desire, more than anything else, was the catalyst for his rebellion against God. It was this audacious aspiration that led to his expulsion from heaven. In his pride, ambition, and desire to be God, Satan sowed the seeds of his own downfall. His fall from grace wasn't a sudden event, but rather a gradual process that stemmed from his own internal conflicts and desires. His transformation from an angel to a devil was a direct consequence of his choices and actions. Satan's fall from grace was a pivotal moment, marking the beginning of his transformation from an angel to a devil. After falling from grace, Satan takes on a new role, the role of a deceiver. But how does he manage this transformation? In the tranquil setting of the Garden of Eden, Satan emerges not as an imposing figure, but as a cunning serpent. The serpent in this context represents not just a physical creature, but a symbol of deceit and craftiness. This is a far cry from the radiant angel he once was, showing us the extent of his transformation. Satan, as the serpent, exploits his cunning to deceive the first humans, Adam and Eve. There's a tree in the garden, you see, a tree of knowledge of good and evil. God had expressly forbidden Adam and Eve from eating its fruit. But here's where the serpent's craftiness comes into play. He doesn't use force, or intimidation. Instead, he uses words, carefully chosen and artfully presented. He starts by sowing a seed of doubt in Eve's mind, questioning God's command. Did God really say, "You must not eat from any tree in the garden?" he asks. This question is not just a query, it's a strategic move designed to make Eve question God's intention. Once the seed of doubt is sown, the serpent goes a step further. He contradicts God's warning about the fatal consequences of eating the fruit, reassuring Eve that she won't die. Instead, he says, her eyes will be opened, and she will be like God, knowing good and evil. This is the temptation, the lure of knowledge and power. And it works. Eve succumbs to the temptation, eats the fruit, and shares it with Adam. This act of disobedience, prompted by Satan's deceit, leads to the fall of mankind. Adam and Eve are expelled from the Garden of Eden, and humanity is condemned to a life of hardship and toil. Satan's role as a deceiver in the Garden of Eden marked a new phase in his transformation, further solidifying his status as the adversary of God. From an angel in heaven to a deceiver on earth, Satan's transformation is now complete. But what does this transformation mean for us? Here's where the tale takes a darker turn. After his fall from grace, Satan, once a beacon of light, becomes the prince of darkness. His role drastically shifts, and this has profound implications for humanity. You see, Satan's transformation is not just a personal downfall. It's a cosmic game changer. It ushers in a spiritual battle between good and evil, a battle that the Bible tells us is still ongoing. So, what is this Prince of Darkness up to? His mission is simple but devastating: to lead us away from God and into sin. He is a master of deceit, a wily tempter who uses cunning and lies to lure us from the path of righteousness. He seeks to exploit our weaknesses, to make us question our faith, and to sow seeds of discord and doubt. He offers us the world, but at what cost? This spiritual warfare affects us all. It's not just about Satan, the fallen angel, but about us, humanity. It's about our choices, our struggles, our victories, and our defeats. It's about our capacity for good and evil, for love and hate, for faith and doubt. It's an ongoing battle, a constant tug of war for our souls. Yet amidst the darkness, there is always light. The Bible reassures us that while Satan may be the prince of darkness, God is the king of light. And with faith, hope, and love, we can resist the tempter and choose the path of light. Satan's transformation from an angel to the prince of darkness serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of pride, ambition, and deceit. It's a profound tale of transformation, one that continues to resonate with us today. This narrative of a fallen angel turned devil is more than just a story. It's a mirror reflecting our own potentials and pitfalls, our strengths and weaknesses. And in this reflection we find not just a warning, but a call to choose goodness over evil, light over darkness.